overhead hoists in facilities maintenance. There are many different types of overhead hoists: bridge cranes, trolley cranes, gantry cranes, etc. There's cable hoists, like you see here on the left. There's chain hoists, like you see here on the right. Some are motorized, some you have to manually raise up and down by hand, and they come in different capacities. Crane inspections are required. It's also required to have a maximum load capacity on your overhead crane, whether that's 5 tons, 10 tons, 2,000 pounds, 1,000 pounds, whatever it is, it needs to be clearly labeled. So a crane inspection, you're checking for safety items are working properly, like your limit switches, your emergency stop button, your means for a disconnect, like a disconnect switch, should be within eyesight of your overhead crane. Checking your hook and your cables, your chain if it's a chain hoist for damage, excessive wear. It is recommended that hoist inspection and maintenance personnel, as well as the daily operators, need to read and understand the operation manual for their hoist, and that all warning labels are present on the hoists. Again, the capacity label, all the safety labels, be aware of pinch points, the labels that say do not lift an overhead load over a human being's head. Don't stay under a suspended load. It's also a good idea to require that they read the inspection and maintenance sections of the ASME B30.16. So when we're talking about hook inspection, we're looking for excessive throat wear. Is the safety latch in place? Is the hook bent? Is the safety latch bent? Etc. You can see here you're allowed 15 degrees max, and then 10 degrees max allowable deviation from side to side on that hook, and then 10% max allowable wear down in the throat. So example of a crane here, we're looking at and it's got a cable hoist. So on your wire rope, you're looking for frays, damages, like kinked wire rope, or if it's badly frayed like this, it needs to be tagged out and replaced. On this kind of a system, you want to have an authorized crane company come in and do that for you. That's not really something you want to do in-house. Does your pendant push button station operate properly? Does it go up and down? Does the hoist stop when you press the stop button or release it? Does the motor brakes work properly? Are the trolley wheels not excessively worn? Bearings are in good condition. If there's grease fittings, those grease fittings should be greased per the operation and maintenance manual recommended schedule. The gearbox will have a lubrication schedule to replace that oil, etc. So here we're looking at a chain hoist now, and some of the same things apply. Is the chain worn? Is there defective welds, cracks, breaks, excessive wear, nicks, gouges? Is the chain stretched? Are the fittings stretched, bent, twisted, deformed? Is there any evidence of heat damage? Excessive pitting or corrosion in the chain, welding splatter, missing or illegible sling identification or safety signage. These inspections also are required for your below the hook lifting devices. So when we talk about chain slings, endless loop slings, nylon slings, those have similar criteria. Are the chains stretched or damaged? Are the hooks stretched or damaged? Are the safety latches in place? You can see this chain sling here is missing the safety latches. So that should be taken out of service and safety latches installed. If you have lifting shackles, they do need to be manufactured for lifting. Some shackles are not designed for overhead lifting, and they will have the working load limit stamped on the actual shackle itself. Also, another requirement is that the data plate is clearly legible and present. If the data plate is not legible or present, it needs to be taken out of service. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and leave me a comment for future video topics you would like me to cover.